Dude, can anyone hear me at all? Yeah, this is buggy. I'm like experiencing a technical issue I've never had before, like literally ever. So I'm only able to stream on YouTube today right now, so weird. Hello, traders. Welcome to the Friday stream, where we congregate here during Power Hour.
It's time for Power Hour.
Technology.
I have
what
overinvested
is that all about?
by a lot.
Yeah, and we got a little rally here on Bitcoin. You know, cool. Not good enough yet to like be exciting or anything, but it's better than, oh, we're at 58K in 3 days. You know, that's awesome, man. So people be wondering, all right, have we put in a higher low now? You can't confirm a higher low until we take out the previous high, right? You have a potential higher low, and it could be amazing. So I was talking to someone about this, where if we never see 58.4 again, that'd be a really good sign of strength. So much demand that sellers are unable to push the price down to the next major inflection point that's been tested many different times this year alone, not to mention 2021 a bunch of times. So it'd be like, all right, we're putting in the higher low, but it's a potential higher low until I think you take out 64.9. If you take out 64.9, the next major overhead resistance from history right there, the old all-time high from April 2021, then you'd have a confirmed higher low, confirmed sign of strength, confirmed back above the 200 moving average, confirmed local higher highs. Until then, okay, cool story. It's just a candle that we're up today. It could easily just get bearishly engulfed tomorrow, and we're back at 58K by Monday, Tuesday. So I don't think it really should change anything yet. It's not enough data to like be like, oh, I'm super excited. Not yet. But again, amen, I have a bet with Mama Ivy. So, and that bet was Bitcoin will not see 58K by October 14th. It will not test $58,000 and 0 cents by that date. So I've got what, 12 more days, 11 days until my bet either wins or fails. So a day like this is always good for that little bet. You know, it wasn't based on anything. I knew for a fact when I took the bet, we were up against resistance. We were up at a potential reversal point, and we've reversed since then. So I've been sweating a little bit, but again, it's not over till we test 58K. So I took out the high, the wick high. That's all local stuff. None of that really matters. It's all about the overhead resistance of 64.9 and the two peaks, one from August and one from September. We got to break those, and then it'll be absolutely a higher low. We don't know yet. Just like partial declines, they're potential partial declines until they become confirmed with criteria being met, and the criteria is being met on MicroStrategy today. So you have a rectangle, and hype in the chat. Scott Carney's here. I saw him. I was texting him, I was on the phone, I was doing all these things, and it's like, all right, someone's like, Power Hour stream. I'm like, yeah, I missed yesterday, personal stuff, and all right, we'll do Power Hour stream for a Friday, because it's a good Friday Power Hour anyway. So like, if you have a rectangle, and you hit the bottom of that rectangle, and eventually you make your way to the top of that range again, and then you sell off there, at any point, could be anywhere after the testing of that level. If you sell off and then sellers fail to go test the bottom of the range again, it then becomes a potential partial decline. It then becomes a confirmed partial decline if market participants, buyers, are ever able to push the price back up to test that top of range again. They're doing that today.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
So MicroStrategy, I'm looking at this and I'm like, dude, there's like a 70% chance of a bullish breakout on MicroStrategy. And you remember the last partial decline identified on this stream? You want to see the aftermath of it? We'll go to it right effing now. Partial decline, potential partial decline, and confirmed on September 12th. And what happened? 70% chance of breakout after that event. And look at you now. Meta, Jesus chimes, dude. Give me a break.
Hype in the chat!
All-time highs as I'm speaking to you, as you're blinking your eyeballs in present time. not in some other space-time continuum. Now. Get positively wrecked on ranges, rectangles, and on the tail end of those rectangles, we look for stuff like this. We look for stuff like, once again, stuff like that. And I'll just put the arrow there so we have it. For the record, Your Honor, the partial decline is confirming itself today. So look out. I don't know how this could ever tell us that Bitcoin's going higher. It's not my job to do that. I'm not trying to decipher anything. I'm just telling you what I know. And I don't know how MicroStrategy confirms a partial decline, has a 7% chance of breakout, breaks out actually, and Bitcoin doesn't go higher in price. Like, I think it has to, right? It's all caps. Oh my God. Confirmed, man. Not even potential. It was potential yesterday. We didn't even, you don't really even know because it could just continue selling off. It could be a potential partial decline anytime, but this price action today is insane. Very nice positive price action. So a little education for you, right? So Bitcoin, potential higher low, but does not become a confirmed higher low, I think, until you're taking out these levels here, at least 64.9. So you got a ways to go. We discussed you're in coin flip territory on Bitcoin, especially on the 4 hour, or if you flip the coin, it landed on tails, we're going to 63.588 for a test. But if you flip that same coin and it landed on heads, well, we're going for a 58.4 test. I mean, it's like that right now. There's not an edge. It's not like you're looking at Nano Nuclear energy, okay? It's just not. You wish Bitcoin or a lot of these altcoins look like Nano Nuclear. That the whole chart is Scott Carney's framework. The whole thing. And look what they've done. Look what they've done, man. You put in a higher low. You broke the neckline of the double bottom. You confirmed it. You right with a test and then a second test of the bullish engulfing candle. Then you had a technical breakout on October 1st, the first of the month. Whoa, this level's ridiculous. Then they back tested yesterday. Okay, nice back test, man. And then today, going. The break, hook, and go confirmation. Going for the highest daily candle close on Nano Nuclear since July 17th. It was crazy about this company. I didn't really care. I don't really give a crap. Like, oh my God, the technicals are great. So I'm good. That's kind of my... But then I was like, what is this Nano? What do I own? Like, this setup's so good. Why? Is there a reason why maybe it looks so good? And I found out, like, okay, so they're like miniature nuclear reactors that are portable. I mean, that is the future. Like, whether this pans out or not in this company's not going to be doing things for real, like making this stuff for real till like 2030, 2028. But like, someone's got to start it. Because if you know about Bob Lazar, man, and the alien spaceship, that's exactly what that alien spaceship was using to fuel itself to get to here. It was a miniature nuclear reactor. So that's, I think we're onto something. But think about like how amazing this could be in the future. And I'm just thinking this is a crazy idea, right? Like, wow, like you have a natural disaster like in North Carolina, and then you could bring this thing in and you could plug it up to the power grid and power an entire region while they rebuild everything, something like that. I mean, it's a good idea. Decentralized energy sources versus a centralized mega nuclear reactor. It seems like where we should be going with it one day, maybe not today. Don't give a crap because it's just technicals, but it's cool stuff. It may be a scam too, by the way. Just say, wow, it sounds really nice, man. It sounds like, whoa, what Theranos do? Dude, we can like, yeah, take your blood and we'll do it over there. Okay, sounds a great idea, but you never know. We'll just play the technicals. We'll take profit at nice levels and then just probably exit and maybe miss it if it goes to be not a scam, one day. Market cap, almost 600 million now. Wow. Yeah, it was 550 like 3 days ago. Good God. Okay, so low float, hard to borrow. So if people are shorting this, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous to short something like this because of that. Hard to borrow, low float. So anyway, so let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's go to like the dominance real quick, knock it out. Just off the cusp, man. Just going into some things. Flat today after an amazing 2 days. Remember, put in the highest low of entire multi-year uptrend, most recent discernible event. Waiting on 60%. It will be at 60% up or down on Bitcoin. Like, I just almost like, no matter what happens on Bitcoin, Bitcoin's gonna outperform probably in the midterm, where it's like, okay, we're confirming a higher low, confirming so much demand, we can't test 58.4 and we break 64.9. That's what confirms it, and then we run to 69.70 plus K. We're probably going to 60%. If Bitcoin goes to 57.5 or lower, we're probably going to 60%. Yeah, that's where we are in the market cycle right now. Yeah. Bitcoin futures, that was looking really bleak. Looked like, man, how almost imminent we were going to see 58 for whatever on this one. Like, you thought the 200, but again, it may not be done, right? They may just sell it off this weekend or next week, and then we eventually do see the key level again. But it would be saying something if this sell-off concluded with a failure from sellers to test the 200 or the key inflection point from history. It's a big deal, man. So that is something we're going to be paying attention to. If we're pivoting here, and it's running back up to 65.5, it's extremely bullish. Because you want to go test 59K, but if there's too much demand, oh boy, you better look out. It's very subtle price action. We'll see. Verdict's still out, but I like it. I hope it continues like this. That's all I can say.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Let's just start it with Jonathan's totals. Jonathan, you okay, man? Hope you had a good week.
I like turtles.
Yeah, you kind of got to say, get him a body bag until we break all these levels, right? I mean, I can't. You made a higher high. Okay, higher low, maybe, but we don't know. They're working on a bullish and golden candle, which is nice. I mean, you could always see a bearish back test at 2.21 trillion, so you can't get too excited yet. The trend is just not really reversed. There's not enough evidence of a trend reversal yet. Back to the long-term one, right, which was up. You're still in this more mid-term corrective wave that'll eventually conclude. It'll resolve, but like we have to see forms of confirmation. Confirmation would be taking out the previous discernible highs, and well, I mean, first off, pivoting and rallying, but then taking out the highs, and then the 200, and then the top of the equidistant channel, and then the overhead resistance at 2.3. There's just so much that has to be done, but we're not too far away, are we? It's not like we're at the Shire down here. We're at least, you know, close to Mordor, closer to Mordor. Yeah, okay. Chat, are you there? Is the stream on? Bitcoin is at the highs of the day right now. We got 36 minutes and change until the closing bell of New York Stock Exchange, and there'll be a 4-hour close for crypto. Okay, let's see here. Damn, man, the futures could be crazy. Let's go to Ethereum, up 3.4%. Well, this is
Bueller.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, we're recapturing 2400. That's nice. It's a key level. I mean, to some degree, it's not like the biggest level, but like, yeah, they pushed it down. We put in, what does this arrow point to? The lowest high of downtrend. You can't argue it's there. But if they have put in a low and a second low, and all of a sudden, what we know about Scott's framework, the type 2 return, I mean, it could be a higher low again, consecutive higher lows here, but it's just not as good when you haven't made a higher high than the previous high. So you got to take out 2800 and continue putting in higher lows. You got to recapture 3K. You got to recapture the 200 some moving. There's just so much that has to be done still, despite today, to feel great. But I mean, they potentially could be trying to put in a bottoming structure. This is a textbook bullish shark, an 886 confluent with a 200. retrace, over 113 on C. It's perfect, man. So we just wonder, are we going to go any lower to get a perfect type 2, or is it just going to be a higher low type 2, which would technically be good because it'd be like accumulation more than before. It'd be one low, the second low, then a third low. We know about the rule of 3. That could also resolve really well. But, you know, all we can say today is we're trying to recapture 2400, trying to bullishly engulf, and you are in that little zone for confirmation lows. So you got to start taking out, you start making higher highs. We haven't done it yet. We haven't made a higher high. Ethereum hasn't made a true major higher high. I mean, I guess you could say from these highs to this high, but I would say like it hasn't made a real higher high since March, just like Bitcoin has not made a high. Bitcoin kind of made a higher high, a discernible daily higher high just recently. Not by much, pathetic, but still, it was higher than this high. And then before that, before this higher high got put in, we did see a formal higher low than the previous low. So we have a higher low on Bitcoin, then a higher high on Bitcoin, not by much, but still it's true. So maybe we could put in a higher low, and all of a sudden, am I saying it consecutively? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's how trend reversals occur. So Ethereum doesn't even have a higher high yet, so it's just like cool on the higher lows. All right, BNB up 2%, not really too much to write home about. Back below the 200 moving average. It was pretty nasty sell-off since CZ got released from jail. But again, the criteria, the rules, I think for Bitcoin is like you can be long and be strong on Bitcoin above 58.7, I'm sorry, 58.4 to 55.3. That for me is the line in the sand. Below that level, stop losses, we're screwed. Oh God, it was awful. The downtrend's going to continue. But you're not even close to that low. I mean, you're not there. You haven't gone down there. You haven't violated the plan. And on BNB, the plan would be everything's good on BNB until sellers start taking out $500. So one could literally be long on BNB and be safe above 500. I mean, actually, holy crap. You know what, man? I'm just seeing this. I mean, potentially. All right, so potentially. And it could go to 510 and still do this. But dude, you can't tell me we had a Momo shift, the low, the lowest low, the higher low that rivals the left shoulder, right? Inverse head and shoulder. But then now it's like, forget the wick for a second. Are we starting to see like, don't tell me the rule of 3 is coming. See what I'm saying? Like we could go to like 510 and test that level perfectly and it would still be a third valley accumulation signature. So it could be here. That would be super strong, right? So much demand from market participants that the sellers were, when they pushed this price down, were unable to see 510 to 502 again, which we know they should be able to. We know that's the key level that should be tested, just like 58.4 on Bitcoin. So it's either here or here. If we get, you know, a pivot, it's a win-win almost on BNB. It would be way more proportionate, right, from the swing lows and the candle closes. Forget the wick. It'd be a proportionate, way more pretty structure. I think if we got down to like 510, I would hope for it. But dude, you know that could be on deck. I mean, oftentimes we see inverse head and shoulder patterns. They evolve into classic accumulation structures. That could be the case on this. The Momo shift turns into accumulation, confirmed with that third valley. So let's pay attention, man. You don't want to be like not paying attention to crypto in Q4 in an election year, post-halvening year. You don't want to not be informed. If you're going to take your breaks from crypto, do it like, you know, 2.5 years after the halvening. Okay, we'll come back Q4 of the next halvening. Fine. But right now, you got to be paying it. You want to be paying attention. Yeah. See, when you I think when you navigate by the levels and the discernible peaks and valleys, it makes it very easy to dictate like what you're going to do with your money. Like, are you going to own crypto? Well, yeah, like long on Bitcoin at 60K, right? What was it? It was like post the trade setup. It was one of these September 18th. Okay, 60K because of the back test, right? It was this price action correlation to the keyest of key levels, right? The defense of it. So it's like, okay, that's the line of the sand. Below that, we're out. We're cutting our losses. We lost $3,000 if we owned a Bitcoin. Okay. But the upside was like six to 1. I don't know. It was good reward to risk. And so we're still in it. You know, you can't act like you know where it's going. You don't want to over monitor your position. You're still long in Bitcoin for Q4 and seasonality until the price of Bitcoin falls below 57.5. It's that simple. It's that easy. So with BNB, it could be like, okay, I just will own BNB until it falls below 500, and then at that point, I might cut my losses if we see follow through, if we don't get a recapturing that level real fast. So, okay. Anyway, let's go to Solana. It was just, is it over for Solana? Because this is the most recent discernible event. It's the lowest high. It was below the 200. 200 is now down sloping. It really is. Wow. You know what's effed? And I don't think it matters because it's a lagging indicator and it's really slow. But I'm just saying, since this reversal of the downside, Solana's 200-day simple moving average is down sloping for the first time. I'm not kidding. For the first time since like September of 2023. So we're talking over 1 year since the 200-day simple moving average was angling downward, not upward. But, you know, again, who cares? Because if what happens? Okay, we had the high quality spring back test. You know, there's always this chance, like if Bitcoin, too much demand, we can't see 58.4. Too much demand on BNB, we cannot see $510. So much demand on Solana, we cannot see that 130 again because there's just more than before with a bullish engulfing candle. You still have a chance. I mean, someone could be trying to take a shot here if they wanted to. If they missed out on the spring back test entry that trade set up, if they're wanting to take a shot, you're not taking on many losses if it completely, utterly fails. But if it succeeds, you know, you got a $190 or $200 target and maybe beyond that, maybe to all-time highs. So it's not over yet. It was really close to being over, but it's still fine, technically. For now, you just don't want Bitcoin to roll over. Yeah. Imagine buying at these levels. Imagine selling at these levels. Imagine imagining. That's the chat right now.
Is that a joint?
You probably can't because stockholders, right?
I mean, it's legal, right?
Totally legal to smoke some hopium, dude. Yeah, happy Friday, chat. Happy Friday. Let's look at XRP that recovered. They got it. No, they did it, man. Is this confirmation of spring back test? Look, man, I'm not saying XRP is one thing or another. We know, you know all about the historical performance. But you can't tell me. Dang it, dude, the daily oscillators aren't that great at all. But you can't tell me, like, they aren't trying once, and now this isn't the second attempt. Again, if Bitcoin rolls over, it's all over for XRP. You're breaking 50 cents and going way lower. But someone, if they wanted to, I guess, could have a stop loss at 49.7 cents and let this thing, and they're just praying to God that Bitcoin's strong and is going to make a higher high soon. It's not great, man, but they are trying to test this level not once, but twice. This will be one low. This will be the second low, and both these lows could potentially be higher than this low and higher than this low more than before, even with the terrible price action lately and the whole lawsuit appeal and Gensler, you know, going transgender, you know, he did that and that tanked XRP, dude. NNA King, I don't know. I haven't, I need to set up an alert on that thing if it's going to go any higher. There's no way it's going higher today, right? It's up like 15.6%. There's no way, right? There's no way it's going to hit 20 bucks today, right? 26 minutes in power hour. So it doesn't look like they're going crazy. Yeah, we're in the last 30 minutes. This is like the second highest volume on Wall Street. So, okay, good God, you know, some of these altcoins, like, okay, so it was with the altcoins, you know, I tweeted about it. It was about the weekly on some, okay, the weekly, not the daily. So when I'm going to look at some of these altcoins, I'm just going to look at the weekly. So it was like OP, for instance. Yeah, some of these altcoins have been hit really hard. Yeah, and that's nasty. But like the weekly, is it dead yet? Not yet. Nah, it's not dead. Below 140, yeah, you're probably in a lot of trouble. Ugly price action. You know, it's up 6.7% today. I can't even tell off the lows, right? Okay, but did anything change? Did this massive M-shaped structure get invalidated? Nope. Did key levels from history get broken? Nope, not yet. Okay, just so we're on the same page. Okay. How about these other ones? Trying to think here. Other ones that had these structures, like storage. Okay, let's look at it. 4%. It got wrecked the past couple of days. Is it dead yet? Still above 35 cents. I mean, the M shape is certainly still viable. It's still good. You're still above 28 cents. Okay, so just had a bad week, but has anything changed on the weekly? No. The answer would be absolutely not. You still have valid bottoming structures that have been in development now for an entire year, over a year. I'm talking 400-day M shape at the level where historically you've reversed. So yeah, like you're still good on this on the weekly. The daily, yeah, man. If you're playing the daily, I mean, you're looking at this stuff, monitoring it every day. Yeah, dude, you've lost a lot of hair. You're freaking out, hyperventilating. Oh, it's over, dude. But weekly, okay, it's still fine. You know, I don't think like you can make money on these M shapes if you're impatient. Just like Baba. Baba was a great example of that. Like you're just not gonna make money. You're just not going to be in on the markup if you can't handle waiting, owning that thing on the weekly. Really.
Saw people calling for sub 55k during this recent drawdown and people panic selling. Maybe composite wants people sidelined for the upcoming run if this is truly a higher low.
Is that a joint?
Oh, you said people were looking at it. People were calling. See, I don't call for anything, right? Here, because we don't know. To call for something means like you act like you know where it's going, and that is the inverse of what traditional technical analysis is. So if it goes below 57.5, it's most likely going to 55k. I thought like it would naturally be reasonable to think that 58.4 would be on deck as a target if we crack through 63.588. It still is a viable target. You're in coin flip territory here, in between two mega levels. Talking 50% chance 63.588 first, 50% chance 58.4. You know, it's just flipping coins. No edge. Composite operator. I don't know what composite operator is doing, but I can see that there's some sort of accumulation on storage on the weekly. There's some sort of maybe not on Link. Hold on, there are other ones, dude. It's not all of them. Not all of them are giving us these impeccable structures here. Vchain of 3%. I know it didn't have a good couple days. Oh no, but the weekly is saying that literally until you fall below 1.78 cents, everything's good. Like this is just something like where someone would sit in this and they'd have their stops, you know, set up, but you wouldn't be monitoring this every day. If you were going to monitor it, just look at the weekly. The weekly will keep you sane, adjusted. The crypto is far too volatile. If you're going to be trying to long a 400-day large harmonic, to look at the daily in a crypto market is almost asking to just get scared, to get emotional and get freaked out about the recent performance in the past few days, and then to exit, and then but nothing technically bad really happened at all on the weekly. What's up, Charizard? Thanks for the 10 super chat. And maybe another one's coming with text, or it might just be
Ask me about my wiener.
I don't know, sir.
Thank you for the ask me about my wiener. Thank you, dude. Ask me about my Vchain bullish bat pattern at key reversal points. I mean, yeah, it could fail, but it hasn't yet. It just hasn't. So How about, there are others. There are other ones with this stuff like GRT. Oh no, it's had bad. Oh, bad week, man. But is it dead? Is the M shape invalidated? It's not. It just sucks that it's below 15.8 cents. It's bearishly engulfing.
What's up, man? Happy Friday. Can we look at BCH?
Charizard, thank you, dude. We can look at Bitcoin Cash. Yes, sir. Okay. After this, after like GRT. Boo. I'll be treated gently when Prime Leader Harris is installed. Yeah, the deep state won't ruin my life. It's a good deal, man. Yeah. Because that's literally where we are right now already. We don't even, you know, need her to be in. The same cabal is in power right now, but we're not going there. So thank you. Again, GRT, M-shape isn't invalid until way lower prices. Very disappointing failure to break 15.8 cents, but it's not over yet. 2 days, 5 hours to the weekly close. And you got to get follow through on the bearish engulfing candle, even if we do get it on Sunday evening. So there's lows, there's a second low, and somehow there's an 88% third low. This looks like the metals miners market before it went absolutely insane. So there's value here on this S coin. It's a good structure. It's a Gartley 886. That's all you can do. Look at the daily. You're like, I have to leave. I have to exit. I have to get out of GRT now or else. Yeah, I know. Like, you were scared. Just look at Bitcoin Cash real quick. We'll start with the weekly on it, you know? It's at 1.4. Yeah, see, ugh. It's not as great as some others because it didn't make like a deep 886. Working on a bearish engulfing, failing to break this 200-week simple moving average. As you can see, you know, you broke and closed above it last week, but this week right back below it. But 314, a very, very real level. They are still defending it. I don't think you can really be like dejected and want to be out of Bitcoin Cash probably till it falls below 300 bucks. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, but yeah, this week it's been awful because Bitcoin pulled back, and as Bitcoin ascends back, right? Ooh, gosh, dang, man, the daily. Oh my God. Okay, it could be like we could construct a trading plan here. You could construct a trading plan. Easy to manage risk, tight stop losses, minimal losses if it fails. Right? Where you're going with one low, we don't know. Second low, oh, mother of God, it seems like we know. More market participants would be likely to come in here than they would come in here. Both of these lows are higher than this low. You have hidden bullish divergence on the RSI from look at this low to the slightly higher low on the candle close with slightly lower levels on the RSI. On the daily, this is implying this is a bullish technical indicator. Implied continuation to upside on Bitcoin Cash on a significant time scale and at a level where someone could set up a stop. I mean, you could set up a stop below like 305. You could be 304.50 and it would make sense, right? You're like betting on that this is holding, that this key level from history holds, and that's it, and we're going to reverse here. You could do it, man. Like, I think we already maybe posted a setup on it. I don't know. Well, let's just do it education wise, right? I mean, I don't think you can get away with taking profit here at the top. Yeah, you're only 2 to 1 here. That's what you could do, is move the stop up and you're almost at 3 to 1. I mean, you could make it 3 to 1 like that, but your stop isn't as strategic because if your stop gets triggered, there is a chance like they pivot it right there. It's still at support and runs again. So, but you could just be betting that, hey, they just did that. So that's why my stop will be so much tighter. And if we're testing it again, then what was the whole point? You know, so 2 different ways you could manage it here. You could actually get away with having a stop at 309.88 and take profit at 371 if you're like nervous about the market conditions not being great and it not reversing and going to way higher highs. It could just be a range-bound trade, short-term range-bound trade. Or you could loosen up the stop a little bit and make it a little more strategic, a little bit more breathing room in case Bitcoin pulled back, right? Oh no, altcoins, you have a little breathing room. And you would say, all right, then I could take profit at this swing high, the A point of the shark. You see it right there? And near the 200. Third target, or second target, excuse me, with the C point. You could do it like this. And again, this is all education, right? We're, again, trying to think reasonably here, critically. Like, why would you be able to construct a plan here? And I'm trying to break it down for you. Because everyone's on their trading journey, right? And so it's like you might get it, it clicks, okay, it's just reinforcing the right ideas. Or you're new and you're actually learning stuff, right? Like, dang, man, I didn't even think about, okay, that's what we're looking for.
Please review TLT bonds, thanks.
Big Chungus, are you gonna do the thing that Charizard did, or it's all good? So you get, does anyone get like why it could be looked at this way? We don't see, the thing is, right, you have the trading plan constructed, you're like giddy to go long, right? You're giddy to set up that stop loss. The first thing you think of after you construct the plan and maybe you take action on it is you say, I understand without a shadow of a doubt that I have no effing idea if this will play out. I fully expect something to happen. Like, I think that I'll get stopped out or it'll play out, but you should never have that mentality, oh yeah, this is gonna play out for sure. You're just playing the odds, right? Why are they testing once? Why are they testing for a second time? Why are both these highs lower than this, or both higher than this low? These lows are higher than this low from September, more than before, and confirming more than before. And there's implied continuation on the RSI on the daily. So you think you have a increased probability than 50% that it would rally off this level, but we don't know. Oh, take a shot. Again, education, man. Just all about value, providing it to you when I'm here, you know. And this could be applied. This is the thing. It doesn't matter. Forget it saying Bitcoin Cash. It could be anything, man. It could be NVIDIA. It could be gold. It could be Nano. It could be anything.
Thanks.
It could be oatmeal futures, dude. Egg futures. Cheese futures. If it is showing us the framework where we can manage our risk appropriately, construct a plan, and have an increased probability of particular outcome, you can trade it, man. Just remember, for anyone who's newer, if one abides by this plan or any plan and they go long, you better, like, not financial advice, but you better set up a stop loss right after you enter the trade. Like, hey man, okay, I have limit bought, it has filled. Okay, immediately, stop limit, set up stop limit, protect self, manage risk. Okay, just so we're clear here, to buy and not set up stop loss is not trading. It's not what I'm teaching you. If it fails, it fails. Minimal losses. If it succeeds, 3.5, 6.13, 7.73 to 1, reward to risk. Okay. Just so we're clear here. Big Chungus, thanks, dude. Yeah, sure. Same team. I'm on the team of price action. Lamza, I think you might need to stick around and learn more about what I do. Okay. No one's opinion dictates mine. My opinions are dictated by price action correlation to key levels on charts and trend analysis. That's where my opinion comes from. Reading charts, looking at price action. That's it. I'm not like throughout the day, oh man, let me go look and see what whoever's saying. I don't care. And the whole goal of this stream is to make it to where you can learn this framework, apply it, and you don't have to get opinions from other people either. You don't have to go listen to whoever, those people. You can draw your own conclusion about price action correlation to key levels and trend analysis. You don't need me. You don't need anyone. You're self-sufficient. Okay, we got 10 minutes, 40 seconds till the closing bell on the S&P 500, all the index funds, stock market, all across the board. Let's look at them, man. Let's take a gander at this beautiful, beautiful green price action, green day, going for the second or third highest close ever. Still above 564.97, so no problems yet. We're safe. Safe for now. Nice, dude. 572.58. What about the Dow Jones? What about it, man? Well, going for the highest candle close in the history of the Dow Jones. This shooting star is about to be invalidated. But I don't know, man, because now you're working on a green hanging man, maybe. It's dude, when you're up so elevated, when you're at a gold mean ratio, a major gold mean ratio, 1618, like, good luck. If you're trying to, you're staying long, you're investing, okay, I don't really care about the ups and downs, or you can't really be like, I'm taking fresh longs right now. You're not doing it strategically, you're just randomly doing it, and that's the coin flip stuff. So cool that we're about to get it. Highest close ever. I'll have an alert set up if we're gonna really be going in power hour in the last few minutes. Like, if we make session highs, you'll hear the beep. NASDAQ. I like, NVIDIA is starting to make me happy. I'm starting to feel a certain way about NVIDIA. Like, the sellers are really not doing a very good job. Look how we gapped up. We pulled back, and this is what's so good about today. Like, they gapped us up, and then we went to pretty much back test the inflection point and make it a support. It became support now. And you're about to recapture 60. I mean, you're getting close to getting back above the threshold for the bullish control zone on the RSI, which is really good. So I like that candle, but I'm really liking what NVIDIA is setting up. I mean, I might have bought a little NVIDIA today based on this price action, and I guess we can look at it. Let me just get through IWM, and then maybe we'll go. And then we got a couple requests. Well, we have TLT, and that's it, I think. And we can look at TLT after this. Okay, so IWM was finally up today. My God, 1.43%. Everything's good. They haven't filled a gap down at 211 yet, which is crazy. What an uptrend. This thing's probably setting up for higher prices. I mean, higher highs, higher lows, dude. You're just in an uptrend, man, and you got more accumulation.
I had to check out my wiener guy. I tried. I can't find it, and I probably won't because I put in a stop loss.
Your wiener guy? I don't know. Do you do stop losses for wiener guys? Thank you, Tony Soprano. Chat, if you want to decipher that and type out what you think he meant by that, or don't. I don't even know. It could have been bad. Feel free in the chat. Thank you. Real quick, I want to give a big shout out to some members who are supporting this 100% crowdsourced community, crowdsourced stream. 6.5 years, never accepted a freaking dime from an entity to promote to you, never monetized on YouTube. So all those hours of watch time, you've never seen a freaking ad, a woke ad that demoralization ads. Ugh, that's all it is now. I've never pushed affiliate marketing links. It's just crowdsourcing and my trades. That's it. So for the people that do support this community that's 100% crowdsourced, Siord Borzma, thank you for joining the Patreon. Shauna Logical, thank you for joining the Citadel/Patreon today for the first month. Thank you, dude. Pump it up. Thank you for the 8 months continued support. NBF, thank you for the 20 months continued support. Echo Lee for the 13 months. Thank you so much, dude. Pal Inca, thank you for joining yesterday for the first time ever. Dr. Colossus, thank you for the 13 months continued support. Crypto Ghost, thank you for the 21 months continued support. Michael T, thank you for joining the Patreon. Jonathan M, thank you for joining the Patreon as well. Thank all y'all. Remember, you get trade setups like what I just posted in Bitcoin on Bitcoin Cash. You get that hand delivered to you. You get access to my charts. I ping you notable events across all markets. You get access to premium Discord. You get voice messages, voice memos from me. If you ping me, if you have a question in the Citadel, I'll be able to do that. So you just get more, access to me when the stream's not going and stuff. So, but above all, right? Above all of it, I have a team. It's not just me. Okay, so think about this whole thing's running. It's going, man. It's not just me. So think about, hey, I want to support the people behind Ray that's helping support everything and how this stream runs. So frankly, I almost never promote like the Patreon/Citadel, but like, dude, like I really think about them when I do it. So I'm doing it for them. All right. Okay. So nice IWM, looking good. It's just, it might be putting in the highest low we've seen in a long time. Let's go to TLT. Dumped down 1.25%. It's crazy. It's like ever since they announced that they're cutting rates, number go down. How beautiful was it? A little more education. Please chat. Please chat. If you're out there, wake up. What is this? And where is it? It's beautiful. It's what dreams are made of. It's what all we do here is, man. Tell me what it is, man. Ah, Pellegrino. Power hour makes me thirsty. Wow, dude. One answer, chat. Really? Really? Pathetic. I'll just say that. Pathetic. Peter Song, you're awesome. Everyone else, get destroyed. Whatever. Okay, so at an inflection point, yeah, they put in the dark cloud cover. Followed through the next day. Woo! Been down ever since. Yeah, always looking for those Japanese candlestick patterns to present themselves at key inflection points. It makes them far more viable. Yeah, randomly, it's just gonna be there. Nah, that you gotta at support resistance levels. So beautiful. What is there to look at? I mean, like, I guess you're fine until you make a lower low than 91.50, 89, 90 bucks. Those are the previous lows. So just drawing down, 94.79 is going to be tested soon. Next couple days, 200 moving average. The trend's up. You're in an uptrend, long-term uptrend. Look, the low, the higher lows, the accumulation here, the back test, the key levels as support. It's a big deal. The higher highs and the previous highs, you're just waiting on a higher low to come in because that's probably what's going to happen. But it just might go a lot lower than you would want it to. It might be a deep retrace, man, from the previous discernible swing lows. So there's possibly more downside, but the trend is not in jeopardy. The newer trend is not in jeopardy yet. Mimu. You don't know what a dark cloud cover is? Well, I'll define it. Well, I'll let the internet do it, whatever. All right, here it is. Chat. Mimu, cousin of Mama Ivy, I guess, wants to know what a dark cloud cover is. Okay, 2 Japanese candlestick pattern. All right, so first candle, all right, at near the end of an impulse or run, and the second candle, right, it opens higher than the previous candle, right? That's the key characteristic, is the open is higher than the close from yesterday, from the day before. Opens here, gapped up, right? Like, so after hours pre-market, oh my God, lots of hype. But then it pierces through at least 50%
An
of the previous
candle. Pickpocketed my cell
and
phone in the
closes
subway
around
last
there.
week. Almost
So-
lost all my crypto. NYC is over. Gah.
Nate B, I don't know if he's trolling or not. You'll just be seeing more of that, Nate B. Get wrecked, dude. So, as you can see, how perfect this example was on TLT. Friend, Mimu, do you see just right here, to the right of the white screen, the perfect example? How beautiful it was. It's like I pulled it off the internet, but it just happened to be real, right?
Bruh.
Okay, chat. Your local on the 8s. Mimu says thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being inquisitive. Okay, asking questions in the chat is awesome. Because you never know what I'm gonna read and what kind of educational sermon I might go into. So I don't think there's enough of that. I don't think there's enough people asking questions about actual technical analysis. People just want to look at tickers when they should be asking, about asking questions about how they could become better traders and analysts, right? How they could better identify price action and structures, indicators, whatever. So, okay, your TLT getting wrecked, dude. And here it is, chat. The S&P 500.
Is that a joint?
All-time highs. Let's look at the weekly, because the weekly candle just closed, chat. Highest weekly candle close in the history of the S&P 500. There it is. Higher than last week, the week before. We have a 3-week all-time high win streak on S&P.
Hype in the chair!
The Dow Jones Industrial Average, highest close in history of the Dow Jones. Oh my God, are they painting a green hanging man? Yeah, it looks like a green hanging man. But it's not confirmed until we get follow-up. If we get a bad week next week and we get a lower close than this week, then it will be a confirmed hanging man reversal. But it's green, so it's, a red hanging man is worse. But look what they did with this green shooting star. Like, it really ended up being nothing, whatever. Crazy, all-time highs, S&P, all-time highs, Dow Jones. And then let's look at the NASDAQ's weekly close. Highest weekly candle close since July 8th.
You argued the dragon thing, man.
Bruh.
Hey, Anonymous, thanks for the 20, dude. We can look at Under Armour. Under Armour. We'll look at it. UA or UAA. Sure. Okay, so that's still a big deal. I mean, that's still really nice. Settling up higher this week than we did last week, than we did the week before. Very nice. IWM, not the same at all, but still, it's like, okay, like whatever. Just, again, this is way choppier, but just understand more than before. And then on the more than before, confirmed. One low, the second low, then on the third low, there's a form of confirmation above the 200-week moving average. This is just implying probably all-time highs. Probably going soon to go test 243 and beyond. This is so strong on the weekly IWM small caps. It's kind of insane. I mean, all this becomes invalid below $200 because the argument is 1, 2, 3, 3 with confirmation. Below that, you're screwed. Below the 200-week moving average. Everything's good, though. Okay, great. Wow. Real quick, gold, I think, is still open for a little bit. But let's just take a look. We haven't looked at it today. The weekly gold chart closing in less than 1 hour now. And it's not going to be an all-time high. But we had 3 in a row, didn't we? 3 weeks all-time highs in a row. It was just been flat this week. Yeah. Okay. 2783 is that big target log scale 1618 and the major cup with handle measured move. So, and then silver. Wow, look at silver. Remember the monthly, how godlike? Yeah, pricing 3 methods. So what's going on with silver? I just got to tell you, chat, going for the highest weekly candle close in less than 1 hour. Highest weekly candle close will be confirmed since December 10th, 2012. That is about imminent. Could be almost the highest since December 3rd, 2012. But we're talking like 14-year highs happening in 56 minutes. You, this week, did see the highest prices since, 14 years. 13 years, yeah, whatever. It was 12, 11 years. Yeah, 11-year highs. So very big deal. Positive memo just beginning to build after the negative memo. So continues to build. The RSI is ridiculous on silver on the weekly. 62.8. You're in the bullish control zone threshold. Look what happens, man. In downtrends, when things aren't great, you reject it. Oh no, you were back above it, man. Look what's been, they've been testing it. Yeah, this is a good sign. Silver is very nice, man. right now. Way higher prices if you give it enough time, but that's been the case. That's been the case, man. Okay. Also, highest 4-hour candle close on Bitcoin confirmed since October 1st. Meh. Whatever. Not that big a deal. But do we have any? Oh yeah. Under Armour. I think that was it. Yeah. Under Armour. Why not? If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. Under Armour. Things have turned around. Yeah, I mean, methinks that Under Armour will eventually do the thing. It will do the thing. It'll break 920. I mean, I think it's bottoming out. I think the weekly, it's ready. Like the bottoming base is so massive, it's like you can't even. Yeah, so it's like this, dude. I mean, it's more of this. It's just a lot. And just an extended whole, like, this is the structure. I mean, this is the way it looks. This is where I'm saying, like, you give it a year on Under Armour, you're probably at 20 bucks. It might take a year though. Okay. And what I freaking love is lately locally divergence continued. Look at this. 1, 2, you have like triple bullish divergence on the weekly RSI. Sorry, let me show you here. Like, this is insane. Like, at this key support from history, you just keep making higher lows while the price keeps making slightly lower lows, the same lows. That's divergence, man. The weekly RSI is pretty ridiculous. You're above 60 on the RSI. Look at that, man. Like, they just reject it. There's so many, but like, if it's real, it's at a good level, man. One would, like, if they bought this, they would probably just buy a, you know, just a small position, whatever, and look at it only on the weekly, and they would set their stop losses. I mean, you know, like 660, 650, or right, 620. And they would let this thing ride to like $15 to $20. Yeah, the bottom is getting put in. Like, this is a bottoming base for sure. Like, it'd be catastrophic. I mean, the sellers have tried since September 2022 to break this level. In fact, they've tried since May of 2020 and they failed. And you're just seeing all the evidence of seller exhaustion. So eventually something's going to give, and it's going to pull a what? It's going to pull a GPS. What happened to GPS? Did they delist Gap? What? Did they change the ticker of Gap? They did. Gap changed the ticker to Gap. Okay, well, they killed my data. So it was the same structure, the shark pattern, the type 2 return, and it had beautiful performance, very fast. Under Armour is still just stalling out down here. Dang, man, that's weird. That's really weird. Kind of weirded me out. It's the same situation. So you see the swing high, swing low, swing low, swing low. It's Under Armour's doing the same thing, man. So I would just, if you're patient, you'll win. Maybe it's only visible on the daily. I don't. No, they took away all my data, man. They reset it. I mean, I can show you, dude. I'm not capping. Not capping here. See if we can find it before it went nuts. Here it is, dude. Here it is, man. Same friggin' thing. Okay, so GPS. There it was. I mean, like, that's it. 9:30. Okay, so Scott Carney's framework was the dream right here. Are you kidding? I don't know why it's not letting me zoom in normally. Yeah. So type 1, type 2. And then you see the aftermath of it. Type 1, type 2 at support. That's beautiful. It's not even all the way played out. I mean, you think it could go higher. It's in an uptrend. I think the trend reversed with this. So with Under Armour, same stuff, just locally. Okay, so let me just show you real quick. We got our big targets up there. That's the golden zone. But it's like just an M shape, a shark that just kind of stuck around, and Type 1, Type 2. It reminds me of the altcoins in late 2023, like filecoin. Let me show you here, okay? Let me just paint it out. It's the shark. It's just like Gap. 886. I mean, it really started there. It was like that. And it's extended on Type 1, and then this is the Type 2. Okay, the back test. Look at that. Oof. Okay, and so you look at like filecoin. It reminds me of filecoin. Let me show you. More on the daily though. The same thing. The M shape, the Type 1, and look at this Type 2. It was stupid. August to late October before they started running it. So yeah, you're just dealing with that. And now down here, like filecoin could be trying to put in a higher low. They could be trying, man. It's maybe not, but they're possibly. Okay, so that was your Under Armour. Thanks again for the contribution, Anonymous. Did the dragon thing. It's not really that big of it. I don't think it's that big of a deal or that relevant. It's a weekly, it'd be a position trade. It'd be like someone just owns Under Armour. They don't have a crazy position. They just have it in their portfolio and they just hold it for 6 months. And most likely based on that bottoming structure on the weekly, you'll probably get higher prices. Yeah. All right, we've been live over an hour. I went live for Power Hour. I think we covered a lot of good stuff today. Tesla, bullish abandoned baby, chat. Can you believe it? What are you talking about, bullish abandoned baby pattern? Yeah. I mean, it's potential, but it's very real. Like, you can't even make this up. Like, how is it happening here? That is textbook. 3 Japanese candlestick pattern. They gapped it down, body closed like this, they gapped it up. That's it. So this is like, you potentially are already putting in the bottom on Tesla. And it's not even a joke, man. Bullish abandoned baby. So it will be confirmed with a higher close on Monday than today. And you go test 260, then I think we got some, I mean, not a partial decline per se, but you have, I think you have an extremely high probability of running to $300 if we're testing 260 in the coming week. Yeah. And if you don't believe me, I'll just show you like the internet, like again. There it is. The gap, here's the red candle, it gaps down and then gaps up. That's it. See confirmation on the next candle, confirming at a higher close than the previous candle's close, and then you run. So we're gonna put it to the test next week. Hype in the chat for Tesla painting potential Japanese candlestick reversal really fast. It's invalid if they gap it down, if it dumps below 240. Okay, never was, never will be, but it's potential. Okay. Now, island bottom requires, you know, like island bottom would be like a bad earnings. Like, oh no, it gaps down, and then you get like a week of price action or more, and then you get that's an island bottom is like a lot of candles, not just 3 candles. That's what island bottom reversals look like. Prince Caspian, you'll find out, man. I mean, where you been, dude? Hype. You hear that? Tesla, just not Tesla. Man, you weren't here this summer then, dude. You weren't here for this, certainly. Mr. Caspian, you weren't here for this trade setup playing out 2 times now, literally. Like, goes up fast, hits all 3 targets, collapses, the reentry hits, and then it's already hit the 3rd target again. Like, you can't even make this up. Like, that's freaking fantastic. I mean, wow. Double Jesus chimes for Tesla. Trade of the year. I mean, one of them anyway. Oh, I don't care about valuation. I care about structures. I care about identifying the composite operator, accumulating, momentum shifting. I care about price action correlation to key levels with protective stop losses set up in case it fails. I don't really give a crap about its valuation. But if you keep, you keep doing that, I mean, that's not, I mean, you're talking about a different game, man. That is not the same game I'm playing. Okay, so if Bitcoin's gonna run up, man, they're gonna test 63,588, 64,899 again. See, they never tested 64,99 or 899 as resistance yet. They just broke it and that was it. So, see, you could feel all good, but they have to break it and then they have to make a higher high, and it's like that's so much work. I just hope they can do it. All right, so that's the stream. It's Friday, man. I hope y'all have like a wonderful weekend. It was I hope you made some money today, made up for the past couple days, whatever. And yeah, just stick to the principles taught here and other places. Mark Douglas, right? So it's a good day, but there's just so much more that we have to see happen in order to feel extremely confident. It's hard to be very confident right now, but we are okay, right? Everything is fine on Bitcoin until the price of Bitcoin falls below 57.5. That's the line in the sand, and that's the way it's been, okay? So good until then. So I really appreciate you coming out. Be sure to join the Discord. It's free to join the Discord. I mean, there's educational resources in there if you're looking to get your toes wet into this world. It's a very complex world. Traditional technical analysis, it's its own language. So if you want to start learning about it, we have plenty of resources in that Discord. Brad's going to post that link. Join it. And that's where the conversation of this live stream continues when I am out. So join it. You get notified when I go live so you won't miss anything. So I'll be back. Till next time. Respect. T. A. Get your confidence up. We only got tonight. DJ's bringing the heat. You better do this right. We've all got our own ways, our own methods, the things that keep us going.
Gentlemen in the mix. Cash Money, thanks so much for the 1111. Gangsters.